Hello friends, happy Monday. It's been a long time since I last posted my video as I was busy with some other stuff. But now that I am free, I will regularly post a video every week. So from next video onwards, I will be posting some important questions for board exams and provide their solutions. So do see my future videos and share it with your friends so that they can also get benefit from these videos. So today I will be talking about the presentation and various other tricks which, if followed, can help you to score more marks in exams, as my one student had already scored a perfect 100 last year in maths. So starting from the scratch, I need to tell you about my experience. When I used to correct the papers of prelims for my students, I used to take approximately half an hour for each paper. But that is not the case for the teachers who correct board paper. They almost get approximately 3 to 5 minutes to correct each paper. So your job is to not irritate the teacher and make your paper look decent, so that the teacher also gets the confidence that you know everything and you also get good marks in the exam. Now, I believe that most of the people would be scoring good marks. For those who are not scoring good marks, I would suggest do practice the past year papers and do thorough analysis to identify what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. Always jot down those strengths and weaknesses and strategize accordingly while attempting the question paper. As an important strategy, I will suggest that always attempt those questions first which you are confident about, and you surely know that no mark will be lost when you are attempting such questions. Because of this, teacher also feels confident while checking your paper, and he or she also thinks that you know everything. As it is rightly said that first impression is the last impression. So always attempt those questions first for which you feel confident and you know that you will not lose any single mark while attempting those questions. This instills the confidence in the teacher also that you know everything, and this also helps you a lot to score more marks. So now I will tell you about some instructions which needs to be followed in general. I think for every paper it is feasible. The first instruction is make optimum use of your reading time. As you know, you have 15 minutes of reading time. So analyze your question paper and note down the question numbers for which you are confident and start attempting with those questions, because you know that you will not lose a single mark for that question. Next instruction is always fill in the details of the supplements which you have taken and always number the supplements. So at the end, when the time is the constraint, you can tie your supplements accordingly as per your supplement numbers. Do write the question numbers properly and always solve all the questions of a similar section together. Like if you start with section D questions, so you should solve all the questions of section D together. Clarity and neatness is important in the paper, as the presentation is the most important thing about which the teacher would feel happy, because there are many other papers in which the students write very shabbily. So I would suggest you some tricks for maths paper specifically which you can apply for clarity and neatness part or the presentation part of the paper. The first thing about presentation is, like after every question you have attempted, leave one line and then attempt the second question which you know, and always draw two lines like this in between, so that this also provides a neatness part and helps in presentation. The second thing about presentation is the neatness part, or your paper should look decent, which can be done like this, that when you are solving a question, all the equals to which are used in that question should come in a straight line. This will help your paper to look good. The next presentation trick is the final answer part. For example, if you have been asked the ages of a daughter and her father. So if you get the answer as the present age of daughter as 7 years and present age of father as 35 years, let's say. So you can write this answer finally in the statement form and always box that answer. This helps the teacher to identify the answers correctly. The next thing you can do is always make your rough work also look better, but always mention that it is the rough work part, so that the teacher should not consider it while checking the paper. What you can do about the rough work thing is, if you are doing rough work at the right hand side of the page, you make a line at the margin and make different columns. And in every column, you should do only one rough work at a time. You should not do multiple rough works in only one column. It will make paper look very shabby. Your main aim is to provide the neatness and clarity. Or the other thing about the rough work that you can do is, at the end of the page, suppose this is your page, you can make separate columns like this, and you can do each rough work in one box which you have made. So this is also a very good technique. So this was some presentation tricks which will help you to boost your marks. Now I will be talking about some important things that you should do during your maths exam. First thing, always read the data given in the question carefully. Like there are some questions of surface areas, or I should say, in which the height is given in centimeter, your radius is given in meter. So always take care of those units. Always convert the units into a specific one unit. I will suggest always convert the bigger units into smaller units, because it is like easy to convert a meter into centimeter. You can easily multiply, but when you have to convert a smaller unit into a bigger unit, it becomes a hassle because you have to divide. The second important thing is avoid silly calculation errors. I have checked several papers of students, and I have witnessed that they know everything, but they make silly calculation errors. So always focus while writing your paper in maths that you are doing the basic calculations correctly. That is the most important thing. The third thing is that answer according to the marks allotted to the question. If the question is asked for 4 marks, then you have to explain it in an elaborative way. Like for example, if you are solving a question of trigonometry and you are using some formulas, so always below the steps which you have written, or to the right hand side of the steps which you have written, always you write the identities and formulas which you have used. Like if I have used sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1, so I have to write this also. This helps the teachers also to understand that which formula or what you have used and what you have got. The fourth thing to be followed is while using a graph paper or while drawing a graph, always don't forget to mention x-axis, y-axis and the scale. Many people do not mention the scale which is used. So when you do not mention the scale, your half or 1 mark will be easily reduced. Also, draw diagrams for geometry questions irrespective of the marks allotted. If the diagram is given in the question paper, then also you have to draw, and if it is not given in the question paper and the question is related to geometry, then also you have to draw the question, because it basically easily explains the teacher that what formulas or what theorems you have used while solving the question. The next thing is, for the geometry questions or for the theorems, always write given, to prove, construction, diagram and your proof. Don't skip directly to diagram and proof. Always write given, to prove and construction, because it also basically awards you a mark. Don't leave any question unattempted. Even if you don't know how to solve that question and you know the formulas, always write the formulas. The formulas will also award you some marks. So, these were the presentation tips and some tricks to help you score more marks in your board exams. Do follow these tricks and see your results, and also inform me your results when they are out. Thank you. Also, do subscribe to my channel and follow me for future videos which will be based on some important questions that can come in your board exams for 3 or 4 marks.